Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Allison Fergit. The country is saying goodbye to former President Jimmy Carter, who made his more than 4 decades in retirement a remarkable second act dedicated to philanthropy and faith. As Christian Benavides reports, Carter, who lived until 100, faced several health challenges in his later years, but pressed on with a joyful spirit.
James Earl Carter Jr., the 39th President of the United States, was surrounded by his family when he died peacefully at home in Plains, Georgia on Sunday. Former President Carter celebrated his 100th birthday in October, along with a backyard military flyover honoring his service in the Navy. Outside the Carter Center in Atlanta, mourners are leaving flowers, candles, and signs like this one, saying, "We love you, President Carter." At the U.S. Capitol and the White House, the flags have been lowered to half-staff. The Empire State Building was bathed in red, white, and blue lights to honor the former president. A moment of silence was held for Carter before the Washington Commanders' Atlanta Falcons game outside the nation's capital. President Biden is among countless world leaders and dignitaries to express their condolences.
Today, America and the world, in my view, lost a remarkable leader. He was a statesman and humanitarian. And Jill and I lost a dear friend. I've been hanging out with Jimmy Carter for over 50 years, it dawned on me. Jimmy Carter lived a life measured not by words, but by his deeds.
In 2023, Carter said goodbye to his beloved wife of 77 years. Rosalynn, the former peanut farmer turned governor of Georgia, was elected president in 1976 in a race against President Gerald R. Ford.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Next month marks 48 years since Carter was sworn into office. His single term in the White House saw the highs of negotiating the Camp David Accords, bringing peace between Egypt and Israel, and the lows of the Iranian hostage crisis. In the years after leaving office amid defeat to Ronald Reagan in 1980, Carter's human rights and social welfare campaigns helped earn him the Nobel Peace Prize. For decades, Carter built houses with Habitat for Humanity.
Morning, everybody. Morning.
And drew national crowds to his Sunday school classes. Late in life, he battled a series of medical challenges, including cancer, a broken hip, and surgery to relieve pressure from bleeding on his brain. The longest-living former president spoke to churchgoers about his own mortality.
I didn't ask God to let me live, but I just asked God to give me a proper attitude toward death. And I found that I was absolutely and completely at ease with death.
To the end, Jimmy Carter led a life of public service that impacted and inspired millions. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
President-elect Donald Trump reacted to the passing of the former president in a Truth Social post, stating in part, "The challenges Jimmy faced as a president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. For that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude." Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers also released a statement about the death, writing, "Former President Carter was a committed and dedicated advocate for peace, human rights, and treating others with dignity, decency, and respect, qualities that earned him respect and admiration from many across our country and around the world." Minnesota Governor Tim Walz ordered all flags to fly at half-staff in honor of Carter. In a statement, he said in part, "President Carter defined what it meant to be a servant leader. He fought for our democracy, our climate, humanity, and civil rights around the world."
We had another nice warm day out there, and of course we're ending it like all the other last warm days we've had recently, sitting in the fog. It is foggy out there, taking a live look at CityCam. Can't really see the horizon or the bluffs whatsoever. Taking a look out your window, I'm sure you're going to have a similar sight. It's not cooling off too much tonight. We're staying just nearly close to freezing, getting a little bit colder as we go throughout the night. Similar conditions in Eau Claire, though, staying foggy. And those those rivers have actually started to be on the uptick because of all that snow melt that we've had the last few days. Should start to slow down though because we don't really have much snow left out there. Here's a look at our current visibilities. Again, most of our area in reduced visibilities. There are some areas more towards central Wisconsin that haven't seen the fog quite yet, but you will be in the next few hours. Here's our dense fog advisories for now. This is what we have going until noon on Monday. I'm sure most of our counties, if not all of them, will be in the dense fog advisories as we get later into the evening once that fog starts to move further across the state. Looking at our tracker, as you can see, it will continue to move across the state. We have widespread dense fog conditions until the early morning hours. Could start to get a little bit more patchy when you wake up in the morning. Otherwise, it'll burn off by the late morning, possibly the early afternoon. So another foggy morning out there, especially on the commute, but hopefully this will be our last foggy day, and I'll have all the details on what's to come later in the week coming up in a little bit.
All right, sounds good, Nicole. Thank you. A memorial fund has been set up for the family of a Menominee police officer, Sam Miller. On Friday, it was shared that Miller unexpectedly passed away off duty. The Wisconsin Fraternal Order of Police set up the fund. In a Facebook post, the Menominee Police Department said 100% of the contributions will go directly to the family to assist with immediate needs and future expenses. We'll have a link to the fund on our digital platforms. Rotary Lights is offering a new event for trivia lovers in La Crosse. Tonight, they held their first Christmas trivia event, hosting teams of 2 to compete in a challenge of their Christmas knowledge in the Ice Castle. The winner walked home with the grand prize of $100. Everyone also had a chance at various door prizes. The trivia featured different categories, including iconic Christmas movies and music.
They have 10 different categories that they have put together. And some of the questions are easy and some are a little difficult. But, you know, that's the great thing about having a team. Everybody might know different things.
Attendees could also stop in the Hot Chocolate House for hot chocolate and a cookie. Congress stripped the IRS of an additional $20 billion last week when averting the government shutdown. Originally, congressional Democrats had given the IRS $80 billion in the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. But in the 2023 budget deal, Congress revoked $20 billion of that. And after the government shutdown fight last week, another $20 billion was clawed back. Biden administration officials said the cuts would add $140 billion to the national debt over the next decade by hampering the agency's ability to catch wealthy tax cheats. President-elect Donald Trump is asking the Supreme Court to pause an upcoming ban on TikTok in the U.S. It's scheduled to go into effect January 19th unless the platform is sold to a U.S. company. In his first administration, Trump unsuccessfully tried to ban TikTok in the U.S. by executive order as part of his anti-China agenda. Congress approved the ban in April, citing security issues. But Friday, in a legal filing, he asked justices to pause the ban so his administration can have time to find a middle ground and keep the app running. The move comes after Trump met with the platform's CEO earlier this month. And we had a huge NFL game earlier today as the Vikings and Packers were both hoping to improve their playoff seed, and it came down to the wire, didn't it, Cade?
Yes, it did, Allison. I mean, for much of the game, the Packers were deflated, but late in the fourth quarter, there was life. Just over 2 minutes to play, Green Bay trailed by 9, but Jordan Love found Malik Heath in the end zone to cut the deficit to 2, but they would need another stop, and they wouldn't get it. The Vikings hold on to win 27-25. I'll have full highlights, and I'll tell you how this affects the playoff picture coming up later in the show.
I absolutely hate to see that.
It was a rough one.
Wow, super rough. Well, still to come, it's been a scary week for air travel. 2 fatal crashes overseas leave people searching for answers.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150, part of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get holiday ready. Now, during the final days, get up to $88.45 in total savings or lease F-150 for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Hey, there's John McGivern.
You know John McGivern?
She sure does. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out which Medicare Advantage plan to choose.
That's easy. Network Health. They have plan options with a Part B premium give back. That's money back in your pocket. Dental and vision benefits, even plans with a $0 monthly premium.
That's what I've been telling her.
I'm going to give them a call.
Call today, 833-7-NETWORK.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
South Korea is observing a week-long mourning period after the worst airline disaster in the nation's history. The Boeing 737-800 was returning to Seoul after a flight from Bangkok. 179 people were killed. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer reports.
The final approach of Jeju Air Flight 2216 looked normal. But as the plane raced along the runway, video shows the landing gear wasn't down. Seconds later, still at speed, the Boeing 737-800 hit a perimeter wall and exploded. All 175 passengers died, along with 4 crew. But 2 more crew members were pulled alive from the rear section of the wreckage. Inside the airport, families gathered to hear a fire official read out the names of the victims. All of them were South Korean, except for 2 Thai citizens. Mr. Mang's grandnephews were on board. It was their first foreign trip, he said, a treat with their father. Jeju Airlines senior managers offered their apologies and condolences. It's hard to determine the cause of the accident, CEO Kim Il-bae said. We will have to wait for the official investigation. Rescue workers and even the military combed the crash site, looking for clues to add to the evidence that will come from the cockpit and data flight recorders, which were both recovered. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, London.
The South Korean crash follows another deadly plane crash in Kazakhstan. The plane was traveling from Azerbaijan to Russia on Christmas Day when it crashed. And now Azerbaijan's president is accusing Russia of accidentally downing the airliner and covering it up. The disaster killed 38 people. Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency first said the plane crashed after colliding with birds, though it later said Ukrainian combat drones and dense fog forced the plane out of Russian airspace. However, perforations in the plane's body look similar to damage from shrapnel or debris, leading many to believe the plane was shot down by Russian air defense units. Still ahead, do you have a Christmas gift you need to return? Experts say this strategy can help you save on return fees.
We have another foggy morning ahead of us that could affect your commute onto work in the morning. I'll have all the details on when the fog should lift and what we should expect for the rest of the day and the rest of the week coming up right after the break.
Right now, for a limited time at Home Sleep Express, get a king-sized mattress for the price of a queen. This Thomas Cole Invigorate King mattress now just $6.99, plus no interest if paid in full by January 2027. King for the price of a queen, now at Home Sleep Express.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, hauling. Ram has you covered. Hurry in. This offer ends December 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Sit up, lean back, recline, and sleep. Get more Z's on a Z-Cliner by FlexSteel at Home Furniture. The Z-Cliner features pressure point relief zones, luxurious performance fabric with power, recline, and lift features. Relax by day, get your Z's by night. The Z-Cliner at Home Furniture.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Christmas may be over, but the gift return season is in full swing. The logistics company Narvar says this year about 20% more retailers are charging for returns that are shipped back. The good news, you can usually avoid a fee by returning the item at a physical store. Experts say it's also important to have a gift receipt and keep items in the original packaging. Japanese automakers Nissan and Honda are working on a merger that would form the world's third largest automaker. The two companies signed a memorandum of understanding to integrate the businesses, and Nissan Alliance automaker Mitsubishi also agreed to join the talks. The companies hope a deal can be reached by June and finalized in 2026. And we've had some beautiful days this weekend, but Nicole, it sounds like this is the end of the nice weather for us.
We are starting the new year off on a colder foot. We ended this year on that warm foot, but we have to feel both sides, especially as we go into January, which is the coldest month of the year, and it's going to feel like it to start out. It's also going to be fairly dry throughout most of the week, so really the only thing that we have to worry about is that colder weather on the way, apart from a few snow chances that we have going into tomorrow night and into Tuesday morning. Now, mainly tomorrow, our main focus will be that fog that we talked about earlier, although that should be out of the area by the morning hours, leaving just mostly cloudy conditions ahead of a system that's coming out from our west. That's mainly going to dive south and just give a slushy, wintry mix to our friends down in Iowa, really staying out of our hair. However, we could see a few flakes possibly reaching up into our neck of the woods, mainly south of I-90. As you can see, it's really staying well to our south, but there is the possibility for a few of us to pick up a few snowflakes as we go into the early evening hours for for Monday, and then going into the overnight period. Other than that, staying mostly cloudy for most of the day. After that, few flake chances end. Early Tuesday, we could actually see a few breaks in our clouds Tuesday afternoon, and finally seeing the sun poke through. Luckily, we should see some more sunshine later in the week if we don't see anything on Tuesday. There could be a little bit of redevelopment with those snow showers, mainly off into eastern Wisconsin. However, we could see that push more towards central Wisconsin, maybe seeing a few flakes for areas just west of I-94, but just east of I-94, excuse me, but really it's looking like most of us should stay dry throughout Monday night and going into Tuesday, apart from that slight chance. We have accounted for that with just a few isolated risks for some snowflakes. Other than that, the entire week is very dry. We do have another chance for some snow going into the weekend, mainly Saturday night going into Sunday, but even that is looking a little bit dicey right now in terms of the track that low pressure system could take, but we still have that slight chance to possibly be picking up some snow, and it will be snow because we do have a pretty good cool down coming on the way. We're starting to feel it now. We're still well above average for our lows and our highs, although still cooler than we were the last few days, staying just slightly below freezing tonight. Tomorrow, our highs staying out of the 40s for once after a few nice days getting into the 40s. We're actually going to be staying in the upper 30s tomorrow. 39 for our high in La Crosse, 37 in Eau Claire. And then it's going to continue to get cooler again. We got very lucky this weekend. Very nice weekend in terms of temperatures. We still have above average temperatures to start the week off, but as we get towards the middle of the week into the new year, especially towards the next weekend, it's looking like we're going to cool off, and that cooler weather is here to stay all the way through next week as well. We could be seeing high temperatures nearly 10 degrees below average in La Crosse, even potentially colder relatively in Eau Claire, nearly 14 degrees below average as we reach next week in Eau Claire. So it's definitely going to cool off. I would definitely grab your hat and mittens. If you put them away this last weekend, you're going to want to keep them close, especially as we get towards the end of this week. Our high temperatures are finally diving back into the teens. Take a look at next weekend. 16 for the high on Saturday, 17 for the high on Sunday, and then even after that, we'll potentially be getting just a tad bit cooler as we get later into next week, maybe seeing high temperatures reaching towards the single digits. Look at those lows, though. I'm really not looking forward to that. The 40s were so nice.
No. 2025 is starting off on a mean foot for us, at least for us that like it a little bit warmer. I'm sure for the people who like to get outside, go skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling, this is probably exactly what they're looking for.
Winter sports are going to be great, yeah.
For sure. Well, thank you, Nicole. And now it's time to announce the chosen Picturing Our Community photo for the week. This week's winner is Sarah Rank with A Calm Christmas Eve. Every week we pick a photo to be shared in a gallery on our website at news8000.com and on our social media pages. If you would like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos under the Home tab, then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. A new winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online Monday morning. And coming up next in sports, full highlights from the Vikings' win over the Packers, plus hear from both head coaches what they had to say after today's game. Cade is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
The holidays, and Chevy Silverado, and off-road adventure, and towing with confidence, and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Get up to 30% off your bathroom remodel with your home improvement company. We can complete your project in as little as a day. Our installers are trained and certified professionals, so your project will be done right the first time. Call now to get this amazing offer and enjoy 0 money down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2026. For a limited time, schedule your in-home consultation today, and we'll cover the cost of plumbing for your new bathroom with a qualified purchase. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Unlike a traditional steel wood stove, a Hearthstone soapstone wood stove delivers consistent heat using beautiful soapstone. Purchase your Hearthstone wood stove before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
From memories of the past to memories yet to come. Happy holidays and the best to you this season. From all of us at News 8 Now. Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Week 17 of the NFL season, we had a tight one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure most of you know by now, Minnesota came out on top. But how exactly did we get there? Let's go to US Bank Stadium. A lot at stake in this one, including Minnesota's run at the 1 seed. We had a defensive battle early on. Packers with a 3-0 lead in the second quarter, but Sam Darnold strikes on 2nd and 8, goes deep to Jalen Naylor, nobody around him. He scores the 31-yard touchdown. Vikings take the lead. Minnesota would lead by 10 at the half, and after the break, they would score some more. Darnold going to Jordan Addison in the end zone, makes the catch for the score. Good throw, good catch, but a great play call. Vikings lead 20-3. Packers offense continue to struggle, but the defense gives them some life here. Darnold hit as he throws, and Carrington Valentine picks it off, and he's got room to run. Going to make it inside the 20, but the ball pops out, luckily recovered by Green Bay. Then a few plays later, Love hands it to Jacobs, bounces left, hits the hole, and scores. Touchdown Packers. That makes it a 10-point game. But Darnold would continue to shred the Green Bay defense. A little screen to Cam Akers. He's going to break a tackle, and he's in for 6. Minnesota goes back up 17. But with just over 6 to play, the Packers going to make things a little interesting. Love the give to Emmanuel Wilson, up the middle and in. 2-point conversion good. Packers down 9. Defense would get a stop. Then with 2:20 to play, Love scanning, and he's got Malik Heath for the score. Green Bay down just 2, but they would need another stop. 3rd and 2, Darnold rolling out, and he's got Akers wide open. Ball game. Minnesota wins it 27-25.
What can I say about Sam Darnold other than another big time performance when his team needed it? Phenomenal moment in the locker room after the game when he finally made it in there. Was really cool, and I'm just so proud of him.
Credit to them. They came out, played a little bit more man than we were anticipating. They had shown that a couple games. Didn't think they'd get it. We get it. So I think that's part to our slow start is, we got to be able to adjust quicker and have some plays in there that can attack that coverage, and that falls squarely on my shoulders.
Now, it wasn't Love's best game, but as you just heard LaFleur say, the Minnesota defense brought some challenges that Green Bay just wasn't prepared for. And when the offense did start to click, the hole was just a little too deep to climb out of. For Minnesota, O'Connell had them prepared a good game plan on defense, and he continues to set Sam Darnold up for success. So here's how the NFC North is looking. A new number 1, the Minnesota Vikings at the top, 14-2. But really, that's just because the Lions don't play until tomorrow. But regardless of that outcome, Minnesota and Detroit will face off next week with the winner taking the division and the number 1 seed. The Packers sitting at 11-5, and if the Washington Commanders win out, Green Bay will be a 7 seed going to Philadelphia for the first round. Chicago at the bottom, currently on a 10-game losing streak. A quick NBA update, the Timberwolves and Spurs game coming down to the wire. This one currently 110-105 in favor of Minnesota with just a few minutes to play. Both UWL basketball teams were in action today for a couple of holiday tournaments, and the Eagles are playing well. The women went 2-0 this weekend, capping it off with a 74-43 win over University of Mary Washington. That brings their record to 8-3, and then the men also with a big win today, 70-62 over Hamline University, helping them improve to 8-2. All right, Allison, give me your thoughts. You're the Packer fan here. What do you think of that game?
It was disappointing. Like you said, I thought you stated it really well. We just dug ourselves way too big a hole to climb out of.
They did that last time they played the
Exactly,
Vikings,
and we did that against the Lions. I don't remember if it was in both games, but we have a tendency to dig ourselves these holes and then not be able to get out of them. We can't do that come the playoffs.
They can't do that come the playoffs.
Do it. These are some great teams we're playing against, but we need to be better prepared, ultimately.
All right, you heard it. That was Allison. All right, thank you. We'll have more news after the break.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Hey, Dominic here. We always get asked, what do you have for burgers? With over 40 blends at our outlet store, we recommend these 4. All-purpose, beef and more, steak and game, and Lena's Ufta. First, you need ground beef, preferably from a local meat shop. Mix in 2 to 3 teaspoons of pleasing per pound, make into patties and grill to your liking. All 4 of these will make great tasting burgers, and they're all low in sodium. Get these seasonings and more at the outlet store. And buying local always tastes better.
Drive in and see Wisconsin's best furniture store. With holidays and the football season upon us, shop and order now.
Browse the most competitive prices on a huge selection of sofas, sectionals, and chairs.
Awesome discounts on power reclining with adjustable headrest, zero gravity, or lift.
Set the table this year with options from Ashley, Sunny Design, and our rustic Amish pieces. Looking for a better night's sleep? Try out any of our hybrid, all-foam, and double-sided mattresses with adjustable bases and frames available.
Furniture from our family to yours. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Andy Pitts here at Chrysler Winona, and we're clearing the lot for construction on our new dealership during the Wrap Up the Year sales event. A new Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn with heated seats, remote start, and Apple CarPlay, just $429 per month with $19.99 down. Or buy up to $12,500 off MSRP. Need more power? A new Ram HD Crew Cab, up to $13,000 off MSRP. So come see us at our new location, Highway 61, Winona.
Being a small-town bank, you develop relationships that go beyond the bank.
We've always been more than just customers at Union State Bank. I feel like we've made friends here. The people that work at Union State Bank that help you on a day-to-day basis are the same people that are going to help you through the big things. I feel like when you bank somewhere and you develop that relationship, then when you walk through the big things, it's so much easier for everything to be right.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
It's not every college football bowl game that features ritualistic sacrifice of a bowl game mascot after completion of the game. But then again, not every team gets to play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Rocco Becht led Iowa State to the win, and after being named the game's MVP, he got the chance to choose which mascot to devour. Becht chose the Frosted Cinnamon Roll Pop-Tart, and the Cyclones feasted upon it after toasting it alive. Wow. Can't say you see that anywhere else but college sports, I guess. Well, we'll be right back with a final check on your forecast.
Happy holidays and the best to you this season. From all of us at News 8 Now.
It's the Tempur-Pedic New Year sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus a $300 home shopping card with free white glove delivery and pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic New Year sale at Home Sleep Express.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including king crab legs, lobster tail, shrimp, cod, calamari, alligator, salmon fillets, smelt, and frog legs. Choose from our large selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to complete your restaurant-style dinner prepared at home. Your dinner isn't complete without something from the Jolivet Homemade Bakery. Don't forget a bottle of Door County wine to complete your stay-at-home night out at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, hauling. Ram has you covered. Hurry in. This offer ends December 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
All Christmas is now on clearance, up to 70% off at Home Seasonal Concepts. It's our after Christmas clearance. Stock up on trees, wreaths, garland, and all your Christmas decor at 70% off. Everything Christmas is on clearance at Home Seasonal Concepts, inside all home furniture showrooms.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Another reminder, we got that morning fog for your commute, but you know, who cares about the fog? The Vikings won, and I honestly think purple is your color, Allison. It looks great.
Oh my gosh.
This is so embarrassing. Nicole is from Minnesota, so we set up a bet. Whoever's team won, she'd have to wear a cheese head if the Packers won, but my Packers let me down. And now I'm forced against my will to wear this.
Oh
Don't let anybody I know see this. My dad is going to be devastated. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.